Hey toy fans, it's Roberto here doing another unboxing. And this time it is a BossFight Studios Legends of Lucha Libre, the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon. It's not Pentagon Jr., it's Pentagon 0M and Rey Fenix. And this is pretty much the first wave of their Legends of Lucha Libre series. It also had a couple of accessory boxes, and I figure I'd just unbox all of them together. So, because what's a wrestling figure if you can't do wrestling moves on another wrestling figure? So luckily these guys are a tag team and opponents often, so big fan of both of them. I'm, I guess, a bigger fan of Penta 0M, Pentagon Jr., or Pentagon Dark. It's on, Lucha Underground. But yeah, cool looking figures. They look like, just at a glance, they look like they're a little bit smaller than the WWE Elite and the AEW Unrivaled figures, but since they're luchadors, they'd be, a little bit smaller anyway. Usually, I don't think these guys are breaking the skyscraper 6'6" tag team, height. So anyway, let's get into Rey Fenix first. And then afterwards, we will open up the Pentagon and the accessories and see what's in there. So anyways, on the package, it looks like you got an image of Rey, and then the Legends of Lucha Libre, and then you got, so it looks like a couple of extra hands on the side. It's funny, they went with like the white mask but the all red outfit, and on the back a couple of different pictures, and the figure, there's a bio. It says his height is 5'9", his pesos and weight is 176 pounds. He's from Mexico City, Mexico, and he debuted in 2007, and his finishing move is the Mexican Muscle Driver. So very cool. Let's see how these suckers open. If the box just disintegrates after I open it, or what? Or is there even any tape on this thing? All interesting questions. Doesn't look like there's any tape. So let's just, I guess, go from one side. Yeah, just kind of popped open. If you have never ordered anything from BossFight Studios before, I'd recommend it because their figures are usually a treat. I do like their G.I. Joe size 3 3/4 figures, the fantasy and the Greek, the Spartan figures. Those are very cool. I haven't got any of Bucky O'Hare's, but I do like Bucky, and I assume they're pretty good. In the box, just looks like there's a blue burst background. That maybe it's the wrestling ring mat. I don't know. We'll get that out of the way for now. And hey, I can get used to this. No tape used yet. So, but BossFight Studios is an indie little company, so they could save a couple bucks if that's the way you do it. And I like all the collector friendly stuff where you can reuse the packaging. So yeah, just pop it back in, and look at all this. Look at the detail on all of. Let's see if I get a better focus on them. It's got amazing looking mask up front, and all of the tattoos. Looks like they go all the way around. That's pretty cool. Some super small print, but it's even legible on his hand. Let's see. Yeah, everything on here is looking like he's got some butterfly, some shoulders. He's got a crunch at the ab, but it's nothing too serious. It's no SH figure art crunch, but looks pretty good. The metallic on his tights are really well done. Looks like he's got some double jointed knees that they've sort of hidden with the interesting knee pads that aren't actual separate pieces. They kind of just hid the front. The back you can tell if they are knee pads or not. I don't know if that's part of his outfit. No, yeah, it looks like he normally wears knee pads. So regardless, pretty cool. Looks like he comes with a separate head, which also looks pretty cool. It's got more of a smiling face. And tassel on the back. Kind of a interesting way to do it. Looks like it's on a peg, is attached to the head as opposed to just popping onto a peg on the body itself. Let's see if this goes back in. Oop, there's a good snap, but there was a lot of pressure used there. So, but yeah, that's I kind of like that one, and he's smiling. He's more, even for a Rudo or a heel on AEW, he is kind of always in a good mood. So he's a natural baby face. The dude's moveset is just incredible when it comes to just all the high flying stuff that he does. That you can't not like the Lucha Bros. Maybe Pentagon because he's got more of that nasty heel Rudo moveset. But with Rey Fenix, this dude just defies gravity, and he's awesome. Just an awesome wrestler in general, or luchador. It's got the tattoos are really well done. Everywhere you look, man, under the arm even. Let's see if I can get that. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I can't. They're really detailed, but I don't know. With the mask on, I don't have my glasses on, so missing out a little bit. Regardless, another couple set of hands and a kendo stick that is even got some paint on it, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see this fit his hand. Comes with a couple of open hands, and I'm gonna leave the open hands in, even though he's got the actual open hands. These are like the holding things hands and the fists. I'm gonna leave these in so we can try the accessories out in the accessory pack. But looks really good. Let's pop open the Pentagon. This over here. So let's go ahead and see this. He's got a couple of crazy looking faces. That's awesome. Nothing on the side here but Penta 0M and a all red version, not what you got there. This is a red and black in the box. So questioning the picks they used for the box, but on the back, let's see if we can get focus here. On the back, it looks like we got a couple of action shots and whatever else is in the wave, which is Rey Fenix and then the accessory packs. All right, so let's get this one open. See if I can get it open without ripping the package too much. But looks like it's coming pretty good. They know what they're doing over at BossFight Studios. They definitely make figures for collectors. You're not getting any of these off the shelf at the store. This is not saying that that's not, not saying that collectors don't do that. They're a smaller company that just kind of makes a smaller run of figures, I believe. Anyways, this looks great. Look at that face. He's got his Day of the Dead war paint on. Look at it, loaded with tattoos, just like his brother. And they did a good job. These are all, they don't look like separate from the figure. It looks like it's pretty natural. Their wingspan is really nice. He's got his gloves, and it's kind of a plastic, not too hard. It's malleable, so you can move it. Not too bad. Feels like even the plastic on the chest piece, it feels like it's layered on top the buck, so that's pretty cool. And articulation's good. They got double joint knees. The ankles are on a pivot. So that's pretty cool. And let's see what else we got going on here. That face. He's looking menacing. But yeah, right now these guys, you can find them in AEW, and I feel like they're being underutilized in AEW. I was really excited when they got signed full time there. Because after I watched some Lucha Underground. I thought it was pretty good, but I didn't finish it. I never got to the point where Pentagon was actually champion and stuff like that. I think I watched like the first season because it wasn't on any of the channels I had. But regardless, I thought it was a pretty good show. But after I seen some of their indie stuff, and Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and stuff like that, I was like, wow, these guys are legit. And then TNA run, there were champions there, and that was pretty cool. He's got his Zero Fear fingers, which is that's pretty awesome. See if we can pop one of those in real quick. Ooh, a little bit of resistance on the hands there. It's kind of an interesting peg. If you can see it, it's kind of got like a rivet on it. Let's see if I can. It's not focusing because I can't stay still. Oh well. My big old face is focusing on that. So let's see. Anyways, and he can go ahead and give you the Zero Fear fingers, his trademark. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and pop off this head. This other head looks intense. Look at that. Wow. Open mouth, ripped mask, painted face under. That's just really cool. Like I was saying though, when I seen them at All Out, was the first time I seen him live, and his match with Kenny Omega just blew me away. I thought it was really good. And after that, I don't think they've really utilized them. I thought they would have a tag title run by now. But whatever. Hopefully they heat him up again and get him going. But he comes with a light tube, which is definitely more of a deathmatch thing, where you gotta just smash it for an effect, which is pretty cool. Move this out the way. So these guys are definitely looking like they're ready to wreck some stuff. Lucha Bros for the win. Now let's see if of the two, it looks like it's pretty funny because I think on the card it says that Pentagon is 5'11", which I question that, and Rey Fenix is 5'9", and it's looking like Rey Fenix is a little bit taller, which I think is what is actual reality. But great looking figures. Let's see what they look like against, see, Cody is a bigger man than these two guys for sure, but he looks like he is almost, you know what, it's doable, because they're gonna be, if you're gonna be having them and doing wrestling poses and stuff like that, that's not it's not crazy. And they aren't the largest guys. They're just a scotch smaller in scale. I don't have the AEW Unrivaled versions, which I bet are bigger. But so that next to a WWE's Elite Seth Rollins. It's a little bit. It's it's not. You can still do stuff with these guys. They're not going to look out of place on your shelf. They just are a little bit smaller. So whatever you want to do, some pile drivers or some Canadian destroyers, or Mexican destroyers, or whatever you want to call it. But pretty sure you can get all of. Oh, look at that. That is, even though you're getting a little bit too much of the flip, but you can definitely do all of the planchas, suicide dives, and hurricanranas that you're going to want. So that's pretty cool. Very neat. I bet you they are super small next to the Storm Collectibles. I won't mess around with that too much because, yeah, that Hogan is a monster. Let me get my hand out of the way. But Hogan was a monster in his prime, so it's probably not too inaccurate. But yeah, it looks like somebody's kid next to the Storm Collectibles Hogan, which great figure, love that one. Wish I would have opened the Liger. I might do that soon because that's probably a pretty good comparison for a Lucha figure. Anyways, let's see inside of the two weapons packs, which are pretty cool. Let's see. They use tape on these guys. Maybe not. Let's start with the Lucha Extreme pack, which looks like you got all the things you would find at a wrestling match. You know, a chair, microphone, cinder block, dog collar chains. So that's pretty cool. I'm most excited about that, I think. 2x4 for a hacksaw and a nightstick for the boss man. So let's. Oh, they did use tape on this one. So no. There's zero muerte. You know, no fear given with the bigger figures, but the smaller accessories. Let's see what's in here. It's pretty well packed. It says it's a folding chair, dog collar and chains, 2x4 board, microphone, nightstick, cinder block, and a custom head. So they give you an alt head. I don't know if you'd be using it. I guess if they do some BossFight Studio is known to do like blank figures, so you can do custom. So it's pretty cool if they just come out with a generic luchador. There's this, the mask is actually pretty well done. Looks like, let's see. Looks like they put, looks like an MR on there. It's not bad. It's actually molded. It's not just paint. So that's a pretty fancy looking mask. And you know what? It looks pretty cool. I was saying who would actually display it that way, but yeah, you get a blank body. That is a cool mask. Yeah, let's leave it on for the time being. Let's see what else we got in here. It's a standard issue folding chair. If you've bought wrestling figures for any period of time, you probably have a couple of these, enough to have an audience, and then throw that audience out of the way so you can use that as a weapon. Kind of a thinner feeling. I'm not gonna fight with this too much because this plastic, it actually articulates pretty well. It's pretty cool, but it does feel like you could break those legs pretty easily. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that's a solid piece of plastic filling though. Like, that's cool. Got a little 2x4. I don't know if I want to wedge it into their hands, but you could. I know you could, but you probably have that wide hand afterwards. Got a nightstick, so if you lost your old nightstick for Boss Man when you were a kid, you got a replacement here. But, you know, that fits pretty well. That's pretty cool. Oh. And hard times. Going to give you hard times with this one. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Ooh. Got a microphone like that, so you can cut a promo on your in your fantasy fed that you're running at your house. So that's a nice looking mic. No decals on it. Probably could do your own if you really wanted, but it's pretty cool. Kind of got their colors, the red and black, so it's not too bad. I don't know. I kind of question this one because there was a bad incident in Mexico a couple years ago with a cinder block. So I don't know if maybe they said no, not very tasteful, but still, it's a really cool cinder block, and will, if not used for your wrestling death matches, pretty cool for your dioramas. That is a really cool brick. I take it back. You know, I might take a 6-pack of these just for dials for superheroes and stuff. But you know, not such a good look with your wrestlers after. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Regardless, that's and what I thought was probably one of the cooler accessories will put me on board with getting this in general was this gimmick match that you could have, the dog collar match, which most famous one I want to say was outside of the recent Cody and Brody Lee was the Greg Valentine, and it was Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper, and they had a bloodbath at like a Starrcade. Now, I was like, this doesn't open. No, I'm just being dumb. You just pop it over the head, like so. Okay. And that's one. This is pretty cool. He looks terrifying. I would not want to be in a dog collar match with Pentagon. That's two. And is that not pretty cool? So they got a little. That's pretty accurate. So, and you have to take the head off. Oh, I did not pop that head on good enough. But I'm gonna pop this off again anyway. So that is really cool. Neat accessory. It's got real chain. You can hear that, but. Nasty weapon, super dangerous match. I don't know how they do those matches where they're hanging each other from their necks, throwing them around on the leather collar and the dog chain. It's just seems pretty reckless, but you know, dudes that are gonna do that don't give a care. But yeah, very cool. That was accessory box 1, accessory box 2. Let's see what's in here. So, anyways, this is I'm getting carried away. I just want to play with my toys. Lucha de la Muerte. So, the dead luchas. The death match, probably. Mexican death matches. So, in this one, you got a breakaway table, barbed wire bat, kendo stick, light tube, sickle, flexible barbed wire, and a custom head. So now I'm excited about that custom head after opening the first one. Didn't really think twice about it when I seen it in the package, but in hand that's pretty cool. Definitely, I do like that when you get a toy and it's just more fun to play with than you actually think. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe you can make your own custom mat with all these different colored background mats that they got going, but that's pretty cool. And then this is for the sadist wrestling fan that, see, I enjoy all wrestling, some more than others. I'm more of the technical stuff, and I like it all, to be honest. But this is going to be pretty neat. We have, looks like a a breakable table, so that's pretty fun. It actually has a working leg. How's this go? All right, looks like that goes there probably. Pop this open. That goes there. Haha, that's already fun, more fun than it has any right to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that there. Go ahead and put that there. And let's, no. You're gonna have to do the double stop probably. No. maybe you got to kind of give them a little bit of a dangle. Almost there. Maybe it's the light tube isn't enough. There you go. Bam. That was a satisfying crunch. But yeah, so that's how you play with your toys. That's how you break your table. And that wasn't pre-cut the way they like to do in wrestling. Spoiler. That was one of those Mexican tables. That sucker isn't going anywhere. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't know why I'm showing you the figures again. Looks like a little bit of a reuse. We got the kendo stick, so now you can have a kendo stick duel. Get the light tube out of his hand. Give Penta a kendo stick. Give Rey a kendo stick, and all your deathmatch kendo stick and duels can happen anyway. Like, so that's pretty cool. Another light tube, so it looks like the same one, and barbed wire bat, so you can get your Mick Foley, or I think recently John Moxley used one, so that's pretty cool. Yep, barbed wire bat, that's pretty neat. Oh man, the mask in this one is a little different. I think it's the same mold, but this one has, let's see. This one has some green, but some green and red as opposed to just the white, red, and black. Let's see if I can. Man, there we go. Pretty cool. And going way back, I'm not too big on my CMLL. Lucha Libre. I'm not sure what kind of death matching they're doing there, but this reminds me of if Onita and Mr. Pogo and back in the day, death matching in Japan, where just you want to see somebody disemboweled. I don't recommend it. Some of those old Mr. Pogo matches are pretty nuts, but pretty cool accessory. Looks like there's a little bit of chipped paint on mine, but not a big deal. That's pretty crazy if they're still using the old sickle. Maybe it was in Lucha Underground. I missed that episode, but that's it's just, he looks like a psychopath. So that's pretty awesome. And looks like some barbed wire. Not enough to have a whole ring full of it, so that's weird. I don't know. Maybe you could could you replace the chain on this with the barbed wire? No, it doesn't look like it. But I guess you could do one rope of barbed wire, but no barbed wire deathmatch ring for you, if that's what you were hoping. Kind of what I was hoping. I forgot that this was even a part of it, to be honest, but I know it had been a selling point when I seen it. I love my old school Terry Funk or FMW, just ECW, crazy, ridiculous, bad garbage wrestling with the match. That little bit of fear that gets added to it. But yeah, let's I don't know what I guess yeah, it just kind of falls apart. So I don't know if you're just gonna strangle somebody with it or whatnot, but you know, rip the mask up with the barbed wire or something along those lines. Don't get it in your eye. That's what I'm always afraid of whenever I use thumbtacks and stuff like that. It's gonna pop somebody's eye. But regardless, really fun set. Hope you enjoyed unboxing these with me, and I'll be back with some. I have a whole stockpile of wrestling figures, so I'll probably do a couple more. I usually don't do as many wrestling figures because I gotta get some more display room. Regardless, my name's Roberto. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye from BossFight Studios. These are awesome. So they make a good product. Bye now.